Today we're going to be talking about car trading, which is very needed in Driving Empire. But before we do that, make sure to subscribe and drop a like in this video. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, now I've talked about trading before, but this was many years ago now. Maybe like 2 or 3 at this point. I don't know, but basically a lot has changed in the last 2 years in Driving Empire. I mean, so much is different now. We have licensed vehicles. That means, like, instead of just having, for example, a McLaren model, but it won't have McLaren badges or McLaren names. Now we actually have the McLaren badge on these vehicles, so they actually have like contracts, deals, you know, all that stuff with real brands, which changes things up. Okay, so basically my thoughts are there could be like a little trading button on the side here, one of these buttons, or maybe a new one. It could just be a new trading button overall, like right there on your left of your screen, which would lead you then to some kind of UI screen that gives you like a list of people in your server. So for example, right here, I have a list right now. Well, it shows no one, but it's like a list of people that I could kick if there were people here. So let's say we had like a list of people. Instead of saying kick, it would say trade. You could hit trade, and then there could be inbound trades on that side. So trade and inbound trades, something like that would make sense. And then what else would there be with trading? Okay, so we have trade and inbound trades, right? Then after you hit trade with someone or accept an inbound trade, then you would get a little screen. Of course, you know, you would have your accept and decline buttons with trading, right? Now, they would probably have to have some kind of way to prevent, scammers. Now, my best thought is to prevent scammers, make it so you have to have 10,000 miles or more to be able to trade. That's just my thought, because, like, it basically prevents people from going on a brand new, fresh account and just scamming people with no consequences, because if they have over 10,000 miles, they're probably more of a legit player, not just a scammer. Obviously, there will be some scams still, but it would definitely eliminate a lot of them, so that would be a good thing. Okay, now, as a lot of you guys know, a few years back, trading would be really useful if you wanted to get really rare off-sale cars. For example, you know, maybe something like this Koenigsegg right here, one of the last examples of those really rare off-sale cars in-game, because, honestly, we don't have many rare cars anymore, guys. Like, now most of the cars are licensed. There's very few rare cars, and more just keep getting turned into licensed vehicles. So rare cars won't really be a thing anymore. So trading, well, yes, maybe you can get like 1 or 2, maybe even 3 rare cars that are left in the game. There's not really many rare cars left, and if there are, they probably will be licensed soon. So trading, basically, what it would be able to do is, instead of, you know, allowing you to get rare cars, maybe it would give you access to get cars that you missed that are limiteds, because while like the limiteds are sort of rare, they're not too rare. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is just a rough example. This is some random Jaguar that was a limited. Now my thoughts are, you know, trading will be really good for helping you get limited cars that you might have missed out on, and event vehicles. Now, as you guys know, Halloween season's right around the corner, and with Halloween comes event vehicles. So trading could be really useful for people trying to, you know, maybe get event vehicles, limiteds they missed, or maybe just try flipping cars. That is definitely something interesting that would keep players really addicted and engaged, which I know is a good thing for the game, because if that means more people are in the game at more times, then that's a good thing. So let's say they have trading, right? I could say, let me try to trade this Jaguar into this Apollo. And I go, let's say I do that trade. This is just an example. Let's say those are like similar price range, but the Apollo's worth a bit more. Then, for example, I can say, okay, I'm gonna take this Apollo and upgrade it into this Pagani, right? So then that could lead to a lot of, you know, like trading people, like people that play this game to trade their vehicles, and they can like take them and flip them until they get into like a crazy vehicle. Like, for example, I could do a YouTube video. This is just a hypothetical. I do a YouTube video for you guys where I go, literally, I could go from like an Audi like this, just an example, Audi, all the way up to Hennessy Venom F5 just by trading. That could be really fun for normal players to try to do, and it could also make some entertaining videos for you guys. So obviously there's a lot that could be good about this, but obviously the bads, scams, you know, I'm sure it'll be inevitable, it will happen, but I mean, it provides tons of positives. So overall, if there was some kind of trading system, basically, you know, there would be scams. You would have to watch out for those, but I think it's really a needed feature, because it would bring up game engagement, definitely would get more players onto this game, and, you know, it would just overall be a really fun feature, allowing people to get cars that they missed out on from events or limiteds. And it could also make a whole new way to play the game, you know, like people, instead of racing to get cars or like driving around grinding all day, they could try, you know, trading like a car salesman, you know, trading cars up to get better cars. That could be really nice. Now there is just one more thing that we didn't go over that trading obviously would be really useful at, and that is getting your hands on a few random cars that are just still off sale. You know, there's not too many anymore. But for example, Koenigsegg's. Y'all ever wanted Koenigsegg's but you don't have them? Well, trading would give you the ability to exchange maybe like some really expensive cars to get your hands on Koenigsegg's from people willing to trade them away. But that is going to be everything for today's video. I truly hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like. I would truly appreciate it. Subscribe and the notification bell so you never miss another upload. Check out the video on screen here. YouTube thinks to like it, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.